So now we're going to move into a demonstration of Dante and a practical network. Now we have a demo set up here in the lab, and we're using a Media Matrix Neon on the network as a Dante input device, a lab group in PLM 10000Q as an output, and also MC squared TI breakout box in the bottom left corner, again as another output device. We also have a PC running on the network that is running Dante controller to make all the connections. We're running Dante Virtual Sound Card to demonstrate that product and also bringing audio into the PC. So we'll bring that into Nuendo on that PC and route back out onto the network, as well as running Enware so that we can control the Media Matrix Neon and demonstrate how Dante is integrated into that particular tool. Now this network is a gigabit network and we're using a Linksys switch in this example. So the first thing that we're going to do is just route some audio, very simply, from the Media Matrix Neon into the PLM to demonstrate how easy it is to achieve this. We'll follow that up and just route some more audio, the same channels, into the MC squared breakout box. Then thirdly, I'll send some audio into the PC. And then we'll bring that into Nuendo and demonstrate how easy it is to record, to mix, to do the usual things that you do with an ASIO-enabled software application on a PC. And then bring that audio back out onto the network and into the Media Matrix Neon. So I'm just going to pop out of the presentation and show you my desktop. And here you will see that I have Dante controller up and running. Now this is a matrix view of the network where you have all the transmitters lined up across the top, and also the receivers who are advertising receive channels on the left hand side. Now you can expand the device names out to see the available channels that they are advertising. And here you can see Curio. Curio is actually the name of the PC that's running DVS or Dante Virtual Sound Card on this network. The PLM is advertising itself as DLP-long string. That's the default name for a PLM on a Dante network. And the MC squared TI breakout, and also the Media Matrix Neon. Now, as I said, this is a matrix view, so you can expand and have a look at all of the cross points to see where you can make connections. And the Dante controller has lined up the possible connections that can be made, so that the blue areas are places that you can make connections, and the grey ones are areas where it doesn't make sense or it's not possible to connect the audio between two devices. For example, they could be at different sample rates or different bit depths that are not compatible. You can have a look at an advanced view for each device, and so if we bring up that advanced view now, we'll have a look at the Media Matrix Neon, and here you can see we can make bulk subscriptions, configuring those bulk subscriptions by a drag and drop, or we can have a look at creating labels for transmit channels. Now that's one of the most powerful features of Dante, is that you can create textual meaningful labels for signals on the network and then have those used to create routes. So for the Neon, I have the iPod connected to channels 1 and 2 on Dante, so let's go in there and have a look, and I'll create a label there. I'll call that iPod left, and I'll create another one, iPod right. Okay, and so they will now have appeared in the Dante controller, and they've discovered the Neon has updated its records and then advertised those subscriptions or those channels, and you can see that they're there now, available to be subscribed to or connected to. We can also have a look at multicast configuration as well, if you wish to configure multicast flows. So let's pop back into the main view, and here you can see as well that we can also have a look at the latency configuration for a device. So we can set medium, high, low latency settings, and Dante will help negotiate those whenever we make a connection in the device. Another thing that is useful is the ability to save and load a preset configuration. So if you have a number of labels and routes configured, you can save that configuration and then recall that configuration at a later time simply by loading a preset file. Now, one of the really nice features of Dante is how quickly devices are discovered on a network. And so to demonstrate that today, what we'll do is I have another PC here that is running Dante Virtual Sound Card, and when we bring that up, you'll see it very quickly pop up into the Dante controller. So if I start that now, you'll see how quickly it pops up. There you go. So that's the device Mac DVS that has just popped up. So it has come onto the network, advertised itself. The Dante controller has learned about it and learnt that it has 8 transmit channels. And we'll see how many receive channels. 8, the same. So there you go. We have an 8x8 implementation in that PC or that Mac. So that's how quickly a device can be discovered on the network. Now, let's do something simple and just make some audio connections. So we'll take the audio from the Neon and we'll route that to the PLM. And to do that, we want to use the labels I created earlier. There's iPod left and right. So we'll just click, and there you'll see the green ticks come up, and it's as simple as that. So audio is now flowing to that PLM, and there's nothing else you have to do. The connections are all made. To do the same thing for the MC squared, we'll do the same. We'll click there, and I've sent that same audio to receive channels 1 and 2 on that breakout box, and that's easy. It's that easy. They're both unicast connections, and they are all set up now and ready to go. So let's have a look at Enware. So here you can see the project file that I'm running on Enware, and you can see on the left I have the analog audio source being metered on the way in, and then through a very simple router, and also that is being then routed out to the Dante network. And now those are the transmit channels that are going out onto Dante. You'll see here that we have the typical or normal fly-off nomenclature that you are all used to. If we go and have a look at the fly-off page, you'll see that within this device, the Dante DLM appears as a normal set of fly-offs. So the inputs and outputs for that are there and they're available. So if you have a look at the device properties, you'll see that Dante DLM is just a network configuration drop-down. Now, in terms of configuration, that's it. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to worry about bundle IDs, you don't have to worry about sub-channel mappings, you don't have to worry about conductor priorities or anything like that. That is all handled by Dante. All you have to worry about is telling Enware that the device has a Dante interface and then hooking up the fly-offs as you normally would do. It really is that simple. So, now that we can see that that's running on the network, let's go back and have a look at the PC. Now I will bring up the Dante Virtual Sound Card interface you can see here, and this is a control panel that you use to start and stop Dante Virtual Sound Card. You can see here it's running the transport, the clock sync, and also the Zen service discovery and audio routing is all happy and running, and it is that simple for a user to start or stop this device and have the computer appear on the network. Now that allows us to bring the audio into any ASIO enabled application, or on the Mac Core Audio application, and also on the PC we do support WDM for a 2-channel implementation. Now I'm going to bring that audio into Nuendo. So using Dante Controller, I'll very simply route the audio from the Neon into Curio, where Curio is the name of this computer on the network. So we'll take those same channels and route them in, and you'll see them pop up there in Nuendo on the left, 1 and 2. It's that easy. So let's go over into Nuendo and have a look. Now I have a very simple project running here where I have an input bus, a number of tracks that are being recorded in the project, and then an output bus so I can send that audio back out onto the network for monitoring or for further use once it's been mixed. Now I can record these tracks, so let's go down and start that, and you can see here that tracks 1 and 2 are now going down to disk. We can do all the usual things that we normally want to do, play around with it, send it off to some kind of effects processing, put any kind of inserts in there, and then send that back out onto the network. It's as you normally would with a normal ASIO or Core Audio sound card. Now, let's bring that audio back out onto the network and send that into the Neon. So if I'll just arrange my window so you can see this. Okay, so Curio is the device that's transmitting now out of the Dante Virtual Sound Card by Nuendo. and I will route that audio to the Media Matrix Neon. You can see here I have labels that I created earlier for the mix, left and right, and I'll route that in, and as you do, you'll see that pop up there in Enware. And it's that easy. So right now we have that audio passing from the Media Matrix through the network, into the PC, through Nuendo, back out onto the network, back into the Neon. That easy, okay? And just to prove to you that that really is working, we'll bring one of those levels down and you can see that. There you go. You can see that really is passing through. And so that's it for the demo. I hope that's shown how easy it is for you to route signals in a Dante network.